Okay, hi, welcome back to Math Learning Groups. Now, today we are going to look at a Primary 4 topic on symmetry. So symmetry is the easiest topic of all the Primary 4 math topics. But there is something about this symmetry which has to do with construction, right? Some drawing. And it's because of this drawing, that's what some students may get themselves into trouble, right? Because they don't quite know how to draw, even though it seems to be quite easy. So let's look at this question, and let's see, is there a proper way to avoid this mistake of not being able to draw the symmetric figure. So let's look at the question. Now, complete the symmetric figure using 4 lines. All right, using 4 lines with PQ as the line of symmetry. So if you look at this figure, right, it is half done. So you're supposed to draw the other side. So what students do is they do some guess and check. All right, they will do some drawing on their own, and they will try to guess where to draw the lines. And then usually when they end up with a figure that is not symmetrical, so is there a proper way to draw the figure correctly and with less difficulty? There is a way. So the first step is to draw corners, draw the dots. Okay, draw the dots to show the corners where the 2 lines meet. That's the first step. Now the second step is to do some tracing. Now from the first red dot to the other red dots, you can see there's a dot here. So on the other side, can we draw a similar dot which is equal distance apart? So how do you do that? Now if you look carefully, you can see that these dots from to go to the line of symmetry, this is the line of symmetry. So what's the distance between the line of symmetry and the red dots here? It's actually 1.5 square. Alright, you can see that the red dot, to go to the line of symmetry, it has to what? It has to pass through a square and half a square, right? So that's a distance. So you do the same thing on the other side, pass through half a square and a square, and that is the red corner, the red dots, where you will need to join later. So you can see that now you have 2 red dots which is equal distance apart, and then use a ruler to connect. Alright, so you need to use a ruler. Any freehand will minus marks. So that is the first red line. Okay, then from this red dot you go to the next red dots, and what's the distance from this red dot to the line of symmetry? It is half a square. So if you look carefully, it's about half a square. Alright, so let me just do it carefully for you. So from these red dots to the line of symmetry is half a square, and you do the same thing on the opposite side, and that's where you will need to draw a red dots on this at this corner. Right, and again you have the 2 red dots which are equal distance apart, and then you connect using a ruler. Alright, and then what's the next step? Then from the red dot, continue to go to the next red dots, and that will be a square. Right, from the line of symmetry to the red dots is 1 square apart. Then do the same thing, that's also 1 square apart. So you will need to draw the red dots at this corner, and then you continue to draw your line. And finally, from the red dots to the last dots, that is on the line of symmetry. So there is no need to measure any squares. So you just connect to the red dots on the line of symmetry. So that's how you draw a symmetric figure, right? By counting the squares to find the distance between them. And this is the proper way to do it. Otherwise you'll be doing guess and check. And when you do guess and check, what will happen? You find that the figure that you constructed, or the figure that you have drawn, it doesn't look symmetrical, and that's where you lose the marks, right? And all drawing must use a pencil and a ruler. So there is no pen, right? So do not use any pen to draw. Any freehand drawing, that will be untidy, and that will also minus marks. Alright, so hopefully at the end of this lesson you understand how to draw a symmetric figure by counting the squares. Alright, so see you in the next lesson video.